We're going to be pouring into these little hexagons to make something the same shape as this right here. So we're also going to, after that, have a layer of shea butter on top of it. So we're going to have part of this be clear,
Oh my gosh.
and part of this
Oh my gosh.
be kind of that milky consistency. So what I'm using here now is just a soap cutter. Exactly. And we're just breaking it up into little chunks so that it's a little bit easier to melt in the microwave when it's time to do that.
It's on my 0. Looks like big pieces. Yeah, it looks like soap. Yeah. That one looks like a piece of soap. Yeah.
This is all essentially soap already, actually. This can work totally fine as a soap as it sits, but that's no fun, right? You gotta make it your favorite color, you gotta make it smell good, or what's the point?
Yeah. Those look like ice cubes now.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
I've seen people like making candles with like crayons and like
Oh, wow.
melted soap, I think, or something.
Interesting.
Clear candle wax, and they use like glycerin or one of those, like kind of like that for like the ice cubes, like for a drink.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now those look like mini ice cubes.
How small should you be cutting them up just so that?
Really, it's not a huge deal. It just melts a little bit more evenly the smaller you cut them up.
Okay.
I'd say no bigger than the size of an ice cube.
Okay.
Another one longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta cut those still.
Look, they're so tiny.
All right.
Those are so big. Oh, what? There's two right next to your face.
That's all right.
You don't need them all.
It's okay if not every single one gets in there. Soap making is an art more than the science, but there's a lot of fun science involved too. So we're gonna start.
It's still in 9 seconds. 9 seconds. All white. All I get.
We're gonna start this out with about 45 seconds in this microwave. That's not going to melt it all the way, but we want to make sure that we're melting it slowly. You do not want to overheat a soap base. All right, and while that's in there, to make the most use of our time, we're going to go ahead and cut up the part of the shea butter base that we're using. So we're not using the whole thing, don't worry. We're going to use about 1/4 of this.
That already soaked too.
Yep, this is already soap itself.
That's crazy.
Right? All right, let's store this away.
Is there a difference between the cream color or the yellow color shea butter and this one? Or is this bleached or?
Yeah, I think this is probably somewhat bleached, or it may be due to the other ingredients in it. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
There.
Yep, it's done. I know.
I'm the boss.
Oh, you're the student.
I'm the boss.
You're learning how to make soap.
All right. So as we can see here, this is not done melting, but we're going to stir it around a little bit. You want to make sure it heats as evenly as possible. And then we're going to throw it back in for another 30, and we're going to keep on microwaving it in, after that, probably about 20-second increments, just because this is only a little bit of soap. So that's in there for 30 seconds. We're going to finish up the cutting on this.
What are some of the benefits of making your own soap? Can you save money by making your own soap? Or,
I don't think
or is
so,
this
to
more-
be
I feel
honest
like it
with
looks
you.
like it's
More expensive, right?
I would guess so, yeah. You
You
can offset the cost selling your soaps to everybody else
Right,
because your soap looks so much better than a bar of Irish Spring.
right.
You can get really fancy with it. You can give it out as Christmas gifts. You can get way more scents than you can from like bar soap. Nope. Nope, I didn't forget it at all.
Maybe imprint your logo.
Right.
Exactly. That could be your business card, absolutely.
Well, here's my business card. There's also
I find that offensive.
and then they go to call you, but the number's already washed out.
You just put them all stacked and then cut them all at the same time.
Unfortunately, no, they'll try to stick back together, kind of like that one did.
Plus would be hard.
Yeah.
Looks like you can reuse some of the ingredients to make candles as well, right? So-
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, like all these scents here can also be used in candle making.
You get free light. Yeah, because this one says like candles.
Yeah, on the bottle it lists the different percentages for the different types of things you're making. So when we're making a soap like this, we only want about 3 to 6% of the soap to be made up of our scent. But if you're making a candle, what does it say here?
3 to 10.
You use 3 to 10. And that's just because, like, depending on the different bases that you're using for soaps and candles.
Lotion's 1 to 2.
Yeah, with lotion you just want a tiny bit because.
I think you know how to do this already because you've done it many times.
Yup.
How many times?
How many times? I've probably done this
25 times.
maybe 10. Maybe 10 times. I learned soap making specifically to do this. I'm a woodworker.
And this is
I haven't hit that yet.
And this is gonna be your 11th time.
Yeah. But there's a lot more things you can do with soap making than just what I'm going to do here today.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of times people will add in inclusions. Like I've seen people put coffee grounds in their soap.
Yeah, you could put like flowers, like little bits of flowers.
Exactly.
Decoration.
Yeah.
Oatmeal?
What?
Oatmeal?
Oatmeal? Yeah, you can do oatmeal soaps, absolutely.
I'm guessing
That helps with texture. And if you put anything like that in, it gives it a little bit of exfoliation. Do you guys know what exfoliation is?
No.
It's when you put something that's a little bit gritty in your soap or your lotion, and it helps when you scrub, take off like your dead skin cells and stuff like that.
Now I know.
Gets you extra clean.
let's ask again. How do you want to know
All right. So let's check if this is fully melted in here. Not quite.
It literally turned into like a liquid.
Yep, it's gonna be a liquid because we're gonna pour it into this mold.
So how does the liquid soap stay liquid if it hardens to?
It doesn't. It's only liquid because it's hot right now.
Okay, so it's gonna harden back up, right?
Exactly,
So how
yeah.
does liquid soap, like,
soft soap?
yeah, soft soap, how does that stay?
So there's much less actual soap base in a liquid soap. It's got a lot of other ingredients in it that kind of help keep it as a liquid. It dissolves the solids
So
into
you're
the
saying I'm
liquid.
getting less soap with my soft soap and my liquid soap when I buy?
By volume at least, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're also
Switching
wasting.
back to bar soap.
All we really need to do today is just come here and grab a bar.
All right. Could somebody go get me any color dye?
Okay.
Stay here. Save your spot. He's coming right back.
Any color.
Can we do
Yellow.
2 colors? Yep.
We're gonna have to. Yep. All right. Let's put a little bit of this yellow dye in here. It's gonna be really yellow.
Oh my god, that one's so quick. It looks like fried egg.
All right, let's see. How about, you wanna do red and yellow?
What color is
Yeah,
that gonna
red
be?
and yellow.
Well,
What color?
we won't put that in this one, but we'll put that in the next one, okay?
I'll do
layer,
a different
Yep.
like,
Okay.
like right there.
So,
So let's do
Purple.
the blood orange
be nice to see.
Blood orange.
for this. So usually I do about a half ounce of any given scent to a pound of soap base. We use about a half pound of soap base here. So this is a 1 ounce bottle. We're gonna put about a quarter of it in. A little bit more. We want this to be nice and orangey.
Yep, very orangey.
Oh, I can already smell it.
Me too. It's yellow.
All right.
Well, that was just the fragrance.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fragrance
it
was
was like
orange,
the
but the
color.
color is yellow. So maybe we'll do like an orange for the other color. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to fill these
Oh, wow.
about halfway.
You smell the orange?
But it's just gonna soak up on the paper right here.
No, Barbie, that's gonna get hard.
Oh, no, there's
It will get harder.
there's nothing. There's a rubber underneath. It's a mold. Yeah,
So
it's
you
not
don't fill them all up.
No.
I'm not gonna fill them all the way up because this is gonna have a second layer in it.
Yeah.
Like these.
One of them, it would be, it's gonna have a shea butter or, and then another layer. So basically,
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
sometimes.
We're not gonna use all of that because we want to make sure we save some room in this for the shea butter.